Hi everyone and welcome to day 11 of So Frugal 2025. My name's Vanessa and this is my channel So Rask, also on Instagram at So Rask. Welcome back if you've met me before, and if you're new here because of the So Frugal challenge, welcome and hope you like what you see. But as I say, all the details are here. And by now you've probably got the knack of it. If not, you can jump on over to Sam at Frugalissima's site on her page, and she goes through it all a lot more. So Frugal, this is my first time as part of the vloggers tour, so thank you everybody for letting me jump on and bring some goodies to you. I took part as a sewist last year and made one of the garments that I'm going to be referencing the pattern here today for you. This year, I've got to be honest with you, I've been so busy with everything else and planning this vlog that I actually forgot about what I'm going to make for myself. But I was looking at Alison at So Like Dotty and Sam Sequin Girlies vlogs, and they've got some really nice tops patterns, and I've got a little bit of stash jersey that's been begging to be made up, so I might actually have to download one of the patterns that they've been showing. Anyway, what have I got for you today? Right, so today I have been burrowing away through the free files of websites and search engines, and I have decided to go down the route of sleepwear. Let's crack in and show you what I've chosen for the world of sleepwear, because let's face it, we all do love to get out of our work clothes and put on our loungewear or sleepwear, and the two can sometimes be one of the same, so I've covered that as well. And I've also tried to cover something for everybody's style. So I'm going to kick off with this pattern here that I found. It's just called the Relaxed Fit PJ set, and it's from the assembly line. Now, I have in previous years made up this pattern. Full disclosure, the top, if I remember rightly, I made it up in a knit fabric. The whole set is designed to be woven. I didn't think it mattered that I made it in a knit because of the style of it. I think it worked quite well either way. So as I say, this is the Relaxed Fit PJ set. As you can see, it's a short sleeved t-shirt style top and shorts. The size range of this is quite good. It goes from extra small to 3XL, which is coming in at an 80 centimeters to 138 centimeters bust, 91 centimeters to 139 centimeters on the hips. But as you can see, it's got a quite loose fit top, so there is probably going to be a little scope if you needed a bit more room, you know, in the chest area for that. It's designed for woven fabrics and has a relaxed fit. The top's got a wide neckline, and as you start to sew it, you can see it almost looks like a soft squared off shape, and if I remember rightly, it comes really quite wide, but it looks very, very pretty on, and it has a little bit of a facing that goes round the top and is stitched down. It has grown on sleeves, so no need to worry about cutting out separate and setting them in. So if you are a beginner, which this is absolutely perfect for a beginner because there are no fastenings, it'll be quite easy to make because it is basically front and back, stitched it together, done. The shorts have an elasticated waist and they do have side seam pockets, but the instructions are absolutely fantastic for that. And I always think these have got a bit of if I say boxer shorts, I don't mean like men's boxer shorts, but I mean like the shorts that boxers wear. It's got that look to them, which I think is really cute. This is a PDF download. It comes in options of AO, US letter and A4. So if you don't want to be sat there sticking and pasting all your A4 sheets together, no worries. You can send it off to the printers if you would like. So on from that, if you want something a little bit more elevated and not just a straightforward woven boxy fit, I found on the Mood Society website the Linden Sleep Set. Again, I'll insert an image over here. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It just is reminiscent of like 1930s Hollywood. It advises to make this in a luxury fabric, voile, crepe de chine, silk, silk satin. It has to be, it doesn't have to be, but it's recommended. It's something that's lightweight and drapey. You could probably make it in a viscose, but as far as, you know, sleepwear in a woven viscose, gotta be honest, I've never tried it, I don't know. Viscose is breathable, so I'm sure you can, and it'll give that lovely breathability. And actually you probably could do this in a, you know, really nice fine cotton lawn as well that has a bit of drape, and obviously then that's going to be lovely and cool and lightweight for the summer. The sizes of this go from a size 2 to a size 30. Now this is from the Motor Society website, which is an American site, so this will be the size 2 to 30 will be relative to there, so it will be American. So converting that out now, must forgive me, this is in inches, that was all that was on the website. It goes from a 32.5 inch to a 58.5 inch bust, waist of 24.5 inches to 49.5 inches, and hips 34.5 to 63 inches. So a really good broad spectrum of sizes there. It's a cami top, as you can see, with a delicate high bust gathering. So the seam line is just underneath the bust and the shaping and the fit is coming from those soft gathers. The peplum, what they've classed as the peplum, so the body of the cami, has a slight bias cut to it, so it will drape and just gently flare out at the bottom. And the shorts are a soft flare shape to them. Absolutely gorgeous. The next thing that I found, again on the Mood Society website, was the Hannah slip dress. Now this is a beautiful, classic, simple, probably mid-calf length, bias cut slip dress. But if you were to make this in something like a silk or a lightweight satin, this would look absolutely gorgeous, again as that typical like 1930s 40s style of nightdress. They've recommended that it can be made in a lightweight cotton, like a cotton lawn or silk. Again, sizes on this range from 00 up to 32, bust being 31 inches through to 60, hips 34 through to 64 inches. If you wanted to make it more less dress-like and more nightwear type, there is a step-by-step picture tutorial in the instructions on the Mood Society page for this pattern that shows you how to apply a nice lace detail around the neckline, underarms and along the back, so you can see that it is you know, nightwear. All of these patterns are available on the Mood Society to download as a PDF. And generally though, these ones are A4 or US letter only. So you would have to print them off and stick the pages together. Or you can jump on over to CLC Print, amongst others, who will stitch the A4 sheets together for you and print it off as an AO. So there is options if you don't want to print those off. Going back to pajamas, and this one was my entry last year, and it's the Peppermint magazine, the loungewear set, and I know it has been flagged up on other vloggers, but you know what, it is such a fantastic pattern, as are all of the Peppermint magazine patterns. It was too good to miss out, and I can give you a real live picture of me wearing it. And this is the one of most of the ones that I've made that crosses over from loungewear to sleepwear. I absolutely love it. It's designed for woven fabrics. Now, the actual measurements that it gives it for are bust 78 to 123 centimeters, waist 61 to 106 centimeters, hips 87 to 123 centimeters. What I will caveat that with is, if you look at the top, it is an oversized top, so there is much more ease in this pattern. So if you're thinking, oh well, I'm a bit bigger than 123 centimeters hips and bust, so for reference, that's kind of where I am at that top range, if not a bit bigger on the hip area. I would say I don't know, high street wise, maybe a 20, 22 F cup. And this is me wearing what must be the largest size, because that is definitely what I fit into. And as you can see, it more than fits. Yeah, there's plenty of room in that. Now with this one, it's slightly different. It is, at the time that I downloaded it, it was just a standard free pattern. With the Peppermint magazine, they are changing slightly how they're giving patterns, and they do still have an option that you can download this for free. That's absolutely fine, no questions asked, but there is an option for you to pay what you can if you should wish to. So obviously, for the purposes of So Frugal, you would be paying $0, because that's the whole point of the So Frugal challenge. My final, as far as like sleepwear, pajamas, night dresses goes, is the Ellie and Mac classic PJ and nightgown set. Now with this, you get absolutely masses of options. So if you want to, you can just use this pattern, or you can bring in the DIY anything but basic t-shirt as well. This is a free pattern from the Ellie and Mac website. If you've never been on the Ellie and Mac website, you must go and pay them a visit. Their patterns, which are numerous, are very reasonably priced, have an incredibly extensive size ranging, fantastic sew-alongs, tutorials, instructions, but they also have quite a large range of free patterns, this being one of them. I know Alison a couple of days ago popped this up on her vlog as well, because it is just such an amazing bargain for nothing. Is absolutely bizarre. It's downloadable in A4, US letter and A0 sizes. It's gender expansive, and you have the choice of 6 items. Here goes. You can have a woven button-up top to go with the woven PJ pants with pockets, or a woven nightgown. Now, when it says woven button-up nightgown, what I, over here in the UK, I would say is a nightshirt that I would traditionally know as a nightshirt, and this is a very classic nightshirt style. It also has knit versions, so it has a knit pajama top, knit pajama pants, and a knit nightgown, which is more your sort of t-shirty style. Within that, you can mix and match. You can have long sleeves, short sleeves, male, female. Because the sizing goes so low, depending on how tall, short your kids are, you could maybe even, you know, kit out the kids. Absolutely fantastic pattern. I'm not going to say the C word, Alison did that, but absolutely pattern to get now and hang on to. This one also has the ability to use the layers function. So if you just want to download your particular size, it's in there too. I cannot tell you how amazing this pattern is, and I have it. It goes from an XS to a 6XL, which is 81 to 154 centimeters chest. Waist is 66 to 154 centimeters. Hips 81 to 152 centimeters. If you do nothing else off my vlog, but go to Ellie and Mac and download that free pattern, that will see you through every season, every occasion. Please, please go and download that, because the value of that much in one free download pattern tops all the rest of them that I'm showing you. So please do yourselves a favor, if you haven't already, go and download it. And now the final thing I've got, just to top it all off, is a robe. Because if you do have to answer the door or whatever, or if it's just a bit cool and you want to wrap up on top of your cute wee camis or your, you know, your posh little PJs that you've just made up, excuse me, this is the Fleur robe from Mood Society again. Now they've made it in the picture in a linen, but they've said linen, French terry, can be made in a bamboo jersey or silk, which would make it obviously a little bit more luxe looking, definitely more drapey, more floaty. The sizes go from a size 2 to 30, which is typical on the Mood Society website, and that's a 32.5 to 58.5 inch chest, waist of 24 to 49, hips 34 to 63. It's got patch pockets, tie waist, a nicely faced collar, very simple, very, very beginner friendly, and just, you know, every wardrobe needs to have a robe in it. For whatever reason, coming out of the shower, popping on your makeup in the morning, we need to look and feel special all of the time, not just putting on our glad rags to go out in. Absolutely elevate sleepwear. You can tell I'm a fan of sleepwear, can't you? Yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed my vlog. What I'm going to say now is please feel free to pop back over onto my channel on probably Thursday or Friday, because when I first started doing my research for this, dopey me totally forgot that it was a garment only, so no accessories. I did all of my research on free bag patterns, and yeah, then I remembered it's supposed to be a garment. So I've got all of that ready to go into a vlog, so I'm not going to waste it. Obviously it's not going to be part of the So Frugal, it can't be entered into it, but as we are in that frame of mind this month of using what's in our stash, trying to use patterns that are, you know, free to us so we can keep the cost of sewing down, I figured I'm going to go ahead and make the vlog anyway. So later on this week I will be bringing you my own vlog on 5 free bag patterns that I have found for you to try. So please feel free to come back and join me on that one. I am sharing today with Who's Your Handmade, so please pop over to her channel today as well and see what she brings, and come back tomorrow for knots and needles and what Debbie makes for their vlogs. Hope you're enjoying all of these vloggers and everything that they're bringing you. Hope you're sewing up much more of your stash than you would have done, and lovely to meet you all. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.